Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to this consumer YouTube channel. Today, you are going to hear a story given to us by Steven about his experience with a company that's pretty well known in the United States. It is a gas station / convenience store and some other things called Citgo. Please enjoy the video. We welcome your comments, your shares, and your opinions. Stay tuned for more.
Okay, well, it was August 17th, and we arrived to Citgo, me and some family members. The store 142478080 on the Manhattan, 4532 South Manhattan Avenue, Tampa, Florida, was poorly maintained, so that there was water on the floor. It wasn't very customer-like. So we filled the tank on pump number 3 mostly full, about maybe 75% full, and you could see that it looked normal, like an average day, just inserting gasoline into the car. We noticed that it just water was dripping from the ceiling, and it was everywhere. Everywhere was wet. Pumps 1 through 4 were wet, and it was just a big mess. It was horrible. The poor maintenance from the gas station was clear. Trash on the floor, windows blocked with decals. Couldn't even see who was the Citgo clerk. So it was bad. We drove southbound, and about a quarter mile into the drive, the car stalled. Yeah, so everything stopped, including the engine. And we were just amazed. We didn't know. We didn't know what happened. Anyway, the car then turned to the right, and there was a public space, and people were just honking the horns and everything. And safety was first, so we had to move to where we could, and it was the side of the road. We were almost hit by a speeding car behind us, and our only option was to pull aside to a public location where there were ongoing buses and trucks driving near. So it was terrible. We contacted Citgo moments later to ask if there were diesel inside pump number 3, and we later saw there was no diesel flowing through pump 3, so those were ruled out. The car was towed to the auto shop for repairs, and upon diagnosing the car, the repairman noticed over a cup of water was in the fuel tank. Apparently, the poor maintenance of the Citgo was the reason for the issue with the troubling car engine that stalled. The roof was kept poorly insulated from water and debris, and that may have caused. This was obviously a problem with safety, most importantly. We were on the way to poor quality gas station to return bad vibes and jeopardize the most important thing, which was safety. Yeah. So also the clerk inside Citgo was really mean. He was not a pleasant guy. He was probably over his 40s, but very mean on the phone. I need the pump number. I need the time to provide you if the gas had diesel in it. I don't know who you are, kind of attitude. Very authoritative attitude. We simply asked a few questions regarding safety protocol, and he hung up on us multiple times. The total amount was $31.61. The poor service alone is grounds for unsatisfactory customer support. We reached out to a couple other people who had the same things happen to their engine stall. That was from water and gasoline. So this wasn't the gas cost serious damage to the car. Thousands of dollars was taken into consideration, diagnosed on the engine, couple of things had issues. According to the repairman, a new engine and fuel injectors were needed. Yeah, this is why it's important to address the issue of post-station maintenance. Upon checking, drip water into the hose chamber was dripping in large quantities from poor inspection fails. It eventually reached the cylinder, preventing the piston from completing its rotations. The car even stalled, hindering therefore the combustibility of true automobile gasoline. Additionally, modern gas pumps, they have like a filter, from what I understand, and when they sense water, they're supposed to shut off the gas pumps. That's correct. Apparently water was detected passing through the pumps, and so that Citgo didn't seem very modernized. I'm assuming it's correct that most modern gas pumps do have a filter, and they will shut off if the gas pumps have water detected passing through the pumps. Mahan Citgo Pump 3 didn't follow that, and during these inspections, the tests for water in the gasoline were evident. This is clearly an issue. It's an important issue associated with the safety. At that time, there were no options but to stop in the middle of nowhere and sort of have our safety jeopardized.
What if Citgo, came to their senses and decided to do something for you and your family? Is there anything, in your opinion, they could do for you now to make the situation somewhat better for you?
Well, we generally like to collect information, age research, so within the next 5-10 years, for incidents that happen. I can't provide that kind of legal direction, but we do ask for suggestions. So there were some other people who stepped up and talked about the same thing that happened to them. And they were driving much more modern cars like Mercedes and BMWs that happened to. So they had wound up receiving thousands and thousands of dollars simply just from the repair services of their cars. So that's a question that I thank you for bringing that question up. And that's a question you probably ask the insurance company.
Why did you decide to go public with your story? Because you could have just, some people just have a thing like that happen and they just kind of, keep it to themselves and not go anywhere. But yet you decided to write a review on our platform and do an interview. What would you say was your main motivation?
My motivation is simple. It was clearly to get a fan base of people who would support this not happening again. Of course, safety is first. So as a writer, I do seem to write as much information as possible, but that would back up safety. And that was my habit at that time. So when I wrote I usually do write reviews, and I would just I write them beforehand into literature reviews, and I create the figures and have references all available. Sometimes it's important because copyright information out there can be stolen, and we do what we got to do. And sometimes we have our information taken, and our stuff out there is copyrighted and protected for us to read and learn.